He's got a Boris Johnson thing going on.
Yeah, he's got like that. I'm telling you, that old school like Bruno Sammartino style. Like it's like your chest is pronounced.
Little nipples.
Yeah.
He looks like he's about to fight Rocky Marciano in a title
Exactly.
fight.
He's
looks
wearing
like
the
an
old school
pugilist, but
one
very
piece.
pale, an Irish pugilist maybe.
Yeah, put him up. Put up your
put 'em
dukes.
on.
Yeah.
You are. There it is. Hell yeah, boss.
Oh hey!
Oh yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 990 of Hard Factor. More on that in a second. It is Tuesday, July 19th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. I've got a weather update, at least 3 whiny rich boys, and a FatBoySummer update in the cup of coffee. So
Wow.
it's a packed roast. It's an eclectic roast in the coffee blend today. After that, Pat has even more FatBoySummer news on deck.
Yeah. Yep. That's accurate, Will.
Good.
And it is on deck, if you know what I mean.
All right. Double
Below
entendre.
deck.
Oh.
Is any of this FatBoySummer news that we squashed this character Manuel or no?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No. But
We haven't done
Jack
anything
sent us
yet.
the instructions. We got to do it this week, guys.
Yeah.
Jack
We're
sent us
letting
the
him get away with
instructions.
murder.
Have to do it this week.
Can't Jack just do it on our behalf already?
That's what I said. I said
Jack, can you do it
Jack,
for
if
us?
you're doing it, can you just do it?
you're supposed to sign it like
give
an
me the
engagement
information.
letter
Yeah.
or something.
He might need our signatures. Okay, but let us know. Yeah, but we will take care of that.
One
Mark.
lawyer to another, Jack. Just do it, okay?
Right.
Exactly.
Let's see. So we got FatBoySummer stuff. I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt. By the way, went down one size. So
Hell yeah,
Nice,
Will.
Will.
went down from a 4XL to a 3XL Hawaiian
Hey.
size. So look at that.
You ever catch yourself? I caught a throwback photo of you and me, Will, from like 2 years ago when we were doing Gentleman's Friday at the Barstool office with Large in them, and we were in Lederhosen, and I was fatter. I was skinnier than I am now, but I looked fatter. Do you ever have that happen to you, where you look back at a photo?
You were in worse shape.
Oh, sure.
Right, like I looked like shit,
Right.
but I'm the fattest I've ever been. I feel pretty good right now.
Yeah. You're walking around with the baby. You're probably a
Yeah.
little bit more of an athletic fat.
Well,
yeah.
yeah. Also becoming a dad, definitely like you
Keeps
can
you
be
on feet.
comfortable with a little bit of extra padding now, right?
Yeah.
You almost need it. I think it comes on. It's like that's how you gain weight. The woman through pregnancy, and then the man through being a dad. Right.
Listen up, kids.
You also gain weight when the woman's pregnant because she's eating and you're eating.
Dad bod.
Mhm.
Oh, you gain.
You
want to
be supportive.
Yeah.
I gained so much weight during the pregnancy.
I had to go to
Sympathy
Costco.
belly.
I had to go to Costco today specifically to buy bigger underwear because my other underwear were just so tight on me that they were chafing me in the middle of the night.
Oh no,
You want to size up in undies?
I had to go. I had to go back to the XLs.
that's the worst is when you have to move up in the
What
undies.
are you
How
doing
long were you
fit-
riding them out?
Oh, I rode them out for months. Like
Before
and
you made the
finally,
shift?
Before I made the shift, and I was finally just like, I can't take it anymore, sweetie. I got to go to Costco. And
Wes
get
has
Now your
such-
buns are riding free. So.
Yeah.
now, I feel great today.
Wes has such tiny buns that he was rocking larges until today. Come
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
ridiculous.
It
Your
was.
weight, you have no business in a large.
No, I didn't. I wore them to a wedding. My legs were so chafed.
50 pounds too heavy for large underwear.
It's like cutting off your
I'm
circulation.
so
You're like,
heavy. Yeah, I was way too heavy.
Did you keep one pair of the large?
No, I've got a lot of them. I bought 4 new extra large today at Costco, and I'm just gonna have to do more laundry because they literally like hurt me. The waistband is really tight at night. It rolls up like a fucking rug. On
You've been sleeping in basketball shorts?
He looks like a high school girl in gym class. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it rolls up, like,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it rolls up naturally. He
yeah,
does it
yeah,
on purpose.
so
It
uncomfortable.
just rolls.
yeah,
Yep.
but it makes the bulge look enormous. Bro.
It does.
Oh,
It does.
You look
Certainly
great
does.
and large,
Yeah.
package-wise.
That's right.
It's worth it to squeeze in on some nights. Mark has got a very dark triple in the
So
TikTok
dark.
International moment.
We're going up a size in undies for the whole TikTok.
Bring your biggest fan.
Yeah.
And then Wes has a West Virginia tale as old as time, which of course means it's about incest.
Or is it?
Which kind? Straight
It
or
is-
gay?
It is about a brother and sister.
Oh, okay. I just misread it. I just jumped straight to the conclusion, the old West Virginia conclusion match.
Most people will. Most people will.
I assumed it. Like I said, you said brother, sister. That's what I wrote.
That was my whole point in saying that. Just to throw you off.
Okay.
Well, you did it. Mission accomplished, Wes. Okay. So also patreon.com/hard factor. The Hive Hour is live now. We did a Jurassic World power rankings.
Oh, wow.
Ranking the movies against other series. Also deep dive into dinosaurs. Discussed all of the coolest, most badass dinosaurs in the series. Pretty
a
fun.
little inside baseball on how we number our shows to end at 10.
Oh,
yeah.
Correct, Mark, which I got to do an update, fact check on myself. This is technically episode 999.
Would you stop it, Will?
No, it is. So I
You
found
should have heard him on the
more
Hive Hour, Pat. I
three
almost
more of
lost my mind.
best ofs in my count there. So, tomorrow's technically
Soft
1,000, but
1,000 tomorrow.
we're calling today 990 so that we will hit our schedule of episode 1000 on August 3rd, the desired date for Big Natty's Day, whether it's that day or not in the end. And it means that Wes didn't sleep through episode 1000.
Just
That's good.
disappointing.
I thought I was a little disappointed too.
We're coming down to Wes's level now. We're
well, he
technically
still has a
better.
chance to on August
I could
3rd.
still do it.
You guys
do
are
it.
giving him some credit here.
I could still do it.
Maybe he will be wearing underwear that doesn't make him take a nap.
Yeah. Losing sleep.
What happened?
Someone cut me out of this underwear.
Tossing and
episode
turning.
1000. It also means,
pulling it in the middle of the night, trying to get myself some room.
but you're just like cutting your butt because it's too tight on the other side.
Terrible.
He's all lines. He's got all these indentations.
Every time I did laundry and I found one of my old XLs, I got real happy. I was like, yes.
I can breathe today.
Good day.
It's going to be a good day.
Yeah, but you were putting a lot of wear and tear on those guys, a lot of pressure on those
It
XLs.
was. The largest I was killing
He
them.
was wearing large as like a weirdo for his weight.
But I'm saying the XLs were getting pulled in from off the bench
yeah.
pretty often.
Yeah, as
they were.
often as possible, yeah.
Sometimes I was doubling up days. I'll be honest.
He was
with you.
wearing holes into those XLs at the time.
Yeah.
It also means that Wes could sleep through episode 1000 again if he tries hard enough. And it also means we're going to jump straight from episode 1000 to 1010
That's
for those who
perfect.
want to keep score at home. So
There you go.
now you know. All right. Anything else? Any other items we have to address besides Wes's tight underwear and the episode numbering, whatnot?
Tech issue, Mark. I think you might be like 2 dBs loud, perhaps.
Oh,
Safety
wow.
first.
I can't hear it. I can't.
I could be turned up here loud. I just don't want to. I don't.
You're always turned up,
peaking.
Pat.
Am I turned?
Two were saying I'm fine. There's
Mark
nothing
sounds
different
great to me.
between
I'm good.
today and any other day.
Well, yeah, no, I did the audio yesterday. I was like, was a
Oh,
slight
you're saying
peak.
it's a little too loud?
It's a slight peak.
Whoa.
No,
Wow.
no,
That's
it's not.
sausage
That's not what I
Turning
meant.
it down. Well, way to make you feel self-conscious.
That's not what I meant.
Hey, Mark, you're always yelling into your microphone.
yeah, it's not back to this again.
No.
Josh from New York called me. Maybe it was to tell me to stop yelling. I didn't get to it. He's done it before.
It's a technical issue.
All right. We ready?
We're ready.
Let's do the news. Cup of coffee in the big time is up first.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Here today, usually gone tomorrow. It's the top trending stories at the time of taping. We got 4 honorable mentions and 1 cream of the crop to give us a top 5 today. First up, we got to talk about the weather.
It's the calm before the storm. There's some bad weather brewing, yeah.
And the Macho Man is very correct. In
You think you drank coffee or tea?
Coffee. Macho Man, cocaine.
Yeah, he drank cocaine.
Yeah, drank liquid cocaine. Bad weather brewing. He's right. In the U.S., we've got still record heat in the southern half of the country that Mark has been talking about with ERCOT, with the rolling blackouts and whatnot in Texas and other places down there. And also now we've got heavy rainstorms rolling through the northern plains of North America and straight into the East Coast. Pat, you were probably dealing with some downpours right now.
Oh man, you guys should have seen the community activity that took place in my lobby earlier today.
Sandbags.
We have a dam system. It's called Easy Dam. And literally, it's a dam we put in front of the door that's bolted into the ground. The whole community did it. There were 10 units down there.
Come together.
All putting it together.
Why is it called Easy Dim? Is that the name of the product, or did you guys just come up with that?
No, that's the name of the product, Easy Dam. And I'll tell you what, Mark, not that easy.
Right. Sounds difficult. 10
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, we know we're underwater here.
Does it work though?
Oh yeah, it works great, man. It works great. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can walk out the door and it's like a pool in front of you, and you're just standing right there in the dam.
Do you guys make like a little paper boats? Like like an it?
No, we haven't yet, but that's a great
To
idea.
race them
That'd be
around
fun.
the ground
Yeah.
floor when
That's
it's
a great idea. Well, yeah, we had a great time down there. Just me and
good.
10 different residents. It was great.
Gamble
Right.
on boat racing.
Hopefully nobody caught COVID from it, but we'll see. Also, could be worse. The United States is dealing with record heat and a lot of fucking flooding, and tornadoes might even hit, I think, the East Coast with these new storms. But could be worse. Over in Europe, it's gotten so hot that Portugal and Spain are reporting over 1,000 deaths related to the recent heat wave. It's getting as hot as 116 degrees Fahrenheit in Portugal. Thoughts and prayers. Good Lord. Over 1,000 deaths attributed to a heat wave in those two countries alone.
That's horrible.
I saw something
Yeah.
like some UK, like 13-year-old, it's the headline was like another kid in the UK dies while swimming because they're trying to escape the heat and people are just drowning because I guess they don't swim a lot over there.
It's so hot. I forgot how to swim.
Yeah.
In Portugal, it's literally like it's just so hot. People are just like having heart attacks. Like it's like, like that's.
I think Portugal's one of those countries that like it's like California-ish, like no AC, windows open all the time kind of thing.
Right. You're saying like
Yeah.
space on the bay, on the ocean.
I'm talking
Not
about the
great
bay.
when you're in a record heat dome or whatever they're dealing with. And in the UK, it's so hot for them. The Luton Airport or Luton Airport, I don't
Melted?
know how you say it. Yeah. They had to shut down in the afternoon on Monday because their runway tarmac was literally melting. You can see a picture of it there, guys. It was 98 degrees Fahrenheit in England, which is heat that they are never used to. And so their road on the runway on the tarmac of the airport literally melted, and they had to replace it in the middle of the day.
Wow.
Man, you got to feel for the guy that decided to drop acid at work that day. You know, it's a tough day.
I got to do what today?
Yeah. You seeing this?
Replace the runway, bro.
That sounds hot.
Whoa.
Do you know where the gloves are? Yeah.
No, I know it's melting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's bad news out there for the weather for the most part, but not all bad weather news. At least Drew Barrymore got to get out in the rain, and she encourages everybody else to do it. Here it is, the viral clip.
Whenever you can go out into the rain, do not miss the opportunity.
Oh, wow.
All right. Thanks, Drew.
Thoughts, boys?
I mean, I'm fine with
You
it.
trying to catch us?
Say something mean about it.
She looked fucking crazy. She looked fucking crazy. She looked fucking crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of people online got mad at her because I guess she's in like a ballin' location or whatever. So they said she was like wealth, showing off her wealth.
Well,
I don't
see,
have a problem
I
with
thought
it.
that in
Drew
the
Barrymore
beginning.
loves the fucking rain. Whatever.
It looked like she was in like a mansion at first, but then at the very end, it looked like she was in the projects.
Right. Yeah. So it's like maybe she owns a whole apartment building. Who knows, West?
There was lots of comments on Twitter, like, think about how she grew up. Google how she grew up, okay?
Oh,
Quit
yeah. Lots of
judging
people
her.
shaming you for judging
That's
her.
what I'm saying.
Right.
I mean, look, maybe she needs to get thrown into a conservatorship. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you think so?
That was
I like
nuts.
Drew Barrymore.
That was nuts. No,
I mean, she just loves the rain.
Dancing in the rain is nice.
It was obviously from the reaction of the host, though. It was super this was one of those clips that just made people have a take.
It scared me a little bit.
That's awesome. All right. So on from Drew Barrymore. She
Quite the chin on her, huh?
Hey,
Yeah, I mean-
hey.
Oh, sorry.
Not
I
there.
thought that's what we were looking for.
No.
I didn't
What
know
else?
that she moved the needle.
Can't control that.
I didn't see a bra either.
Oh, definitely not. Big Natties.
I love
the
Drew.
rain,
I
man.
really do love Drew.
Yeah, she's cool. She's always
Her
always
talk
been
show
fun.
sucks, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for
Great
sure. I'm
actress,
sure.
though.
Yeah, great actress.
Love her movies. But she moves the needle. I had no idea. Like people were so fired up about Drew Barrymore and just talking shit either way. And speaking of people who move the needle, Fauci and Biden trended bigly on Monday. And let's see why. Well, Dr. Fauci, perhaps the only man quite as polarizing as his former boss, Donald Trump, who was recently called a man baby by Joe Rogan. this is Dr. Anthony Fauci I'm talking about. He's a very polarizing man himself. He has been the head of the NIAID at the NIH since 1984. And he's seen by many Americans as the embodiment of what's wrong with the federal bureaucracy, and by many others as a patron saint of science, basically. Fauci announced his retirement will occur before the end of President Biden's first term on Monday, after he told Politico that he won't last as long as COVID, of which he said, quote, "I think we're going to be living with this," unquote. So he told Politico that, like, I'm not going to last as long till COVID's gone because we're going to be living with it. And then everybody was like, what does that mean? And he was like, I've always said I'll leave before the end of Biden's first term, which I guess, has he always said it? He's saying it now.
It's my
He's announced his
legacy.
retirement. Right. And I don't think anybody should really be that surprised, because even though Fauci claims, quote, it has nothing to do with the pressures, nothing to do with of all the other nonsense that you hear about at all, unquote. Actually, it likely does, considering he'd be investigated endlessly if he doesn't get off Capitol Hill soon before his party loses power.
Dude, he's 81 years old. He needs to get the fuck out of there.
Right, but he says he wants to keep working.
it's time
He says
to
he's
go.
going to leave NIAID but not stop working. That's his plan. Anyways, the internet has the
But
exact
shoot
reaction
the messenger, you know.
you'd expect. What do you mean with that?
No, I just say, people with the fact it's like shooting the messenger, in my opinion.
Well, it depends on if he funded the study or
no,
not.
I
Well,
mean,
he
he
didn't
signed off the
personally
grant
do
to
it.
Eco Health Alliance.
That's what we need to get to the bottom
his
of.
signatures on the dotted line.
Right, we need to get to the bottom of like how it got out of the lab, what they were studying at the lab, and why. That's all important stuff because we are
Fauci's involved.
This.
Fauci
Yeah, I
was
think
involved.
he
That's,
prob- yeah,
that's
he knew
why
something.
he would be
To what
investigated.
extent he's involved is my question.
That's why he'd be investigated. Anyways, and why he's probably retiring, because he doesn't want to sit through that shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, the internet had the exact reaction you'd expect, with all Democrats saying he's a legend of modern medicine. Congrats on the career, Dr. Tony, Dr. Fauci, blah, blah, blah. And the Republicans all tweeting about lock him up. He needs to be locked up. You couldn't let him get off Capitol Hill, blah, blah, blah. But I think at Landau Dave on Twitter said it by far the best. He tweeted, Fauci, I'm retiring, period. Beagles worldwide. Oh, thank God. Yeah. Dave Landau nailed it.
That study where they're killing beagles.
Yeah, he like made sandflies eat beagles' heads.
Yeah.
But
think about what we learned, you know.
Probably nothing at all.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think with the Fauci stuff, obviously, like when you're the boss, you sign off on things. That doesn't mean you're hands-on. But what extent was he involved with COVID? When did he know about it? And has he been covering it up?
Hey, look, he doesn't want to answer the questions. That's why he's retiring.
All answered yes, Mark.
I know. I think so too. But
you'd assume he's getting out of there before they can ask. All right,
he's 81.
Yeah, he's old too. Look, all right.
He wasn't in the lab like being like, let's get COVID out there. You know,
happy trails. But I do hope we find out someday what happened at the lab. All right,
Right.
Which brings us to Biden, the other guy in the administration who trended bigly, Fauci's current boss, and who can help shield him from the investigations for now. But President Joseph Robinette Biden time himself is finally back from his big trip to Saudi Arabia, where he went to go beg for more oil production to help drop gas prices worldwide. And the Wall Street Journal, usually knows what's up with this kind of stuff. So let's see what they're saying about it in their opinion piece. It says, Biden's Saudi Arabia visit was worse than an embarrassment. The president's 24 hours in Jeddah were dominated by photos of his fist bump with Mohammed bin Salman. Things went downhill from there. And bad headline in the Wall Street Journal if you're the president coming back from the first trip to Saudi Arabia in forever to beg for them to do business favors for you. Turns out French President Emmanuel Macron wasn't fibbing when he told Biden that the Saudis would not pump more oil in front of a press pool in Spain a few weeks ago. Also, the Saudis said that Biden never confronted MBS over Khashoggi's murder, like Biden claims that he did. And they announced that they ride with OPEC on all oil decisions, despite Biden asking to pump more, aka we're siding with Vlad Putin over you, Joe.
He did do one thing that I vibe on, which is the Chinese, right? We're trying to Yahweh that motherfucker up in there. They were trying to get their 5Gsers all up in there, and he cut that off at the pass, because you don't want those Chinese fools with their 5G getting tangential, right, to us, the Estados Unidos.
For sure. More to come on China. They also
Yeah, the fear is like what? There's like the four companies that make 5G, right? Huawei is one of them, the Chinese company.
Trump and Biden have both. FCC has locked them out. It's been the last two administrations.
But they were going to go into Saudi Arabia.
What's worse than an embarrassment? I'm looking up words like abomination, disgrace. Like I'm trying to think of words that like describe something worse than embarrassment.
People are obsessed with the fist bump, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fist bump was, I'm not going to shake your hand. That's what he was saying.
That's what I think. I don't want COVID.
Well,
it was I'm not going to shake your hand because fuck you killed Khashoggi.
I don't know.
Well, and they all called each other liars, though. After the meeting, they all called each other liars.
That's why he did the fist bump, and then he did the explosion. It was like a terrorist joke.
And then he was like, 9/11, we funded it.
He goes 9/11.
Oh, why are you here? You want to talk about a bad Wall Street Journal headline? There you go.
An abortion story too good to confirm. We got to start getting more clickbaity with our titles.
Yeah, that was bad.
If MSM's getting away with this nonsense.
And after all that, President Biden is back on American soil. We're still bombing Yemen for the Saudis, even though they just told us to go pound sand. And we're also still claiming we won't increase our own oil and gas production in the USA and Canada in the name of buying more solar panels from Xinjiang, I guess. That is a bad trip. Meanwhile, Canada is trying to help Germany desperately get the Nord Stream 1 pipeline from Russia turned back on, while Russia makes absolutely no commitments to send any gas over at all once it is turned back on. Basically, Canada had to repair a part to help Germany get their Russian gas pipeline turned back on. They did it. Russia's like, well, we don't have any commitments to you. And President Zelensky of Ukraine says they will, quote, never accept Canada's decision to help Germany try to get Russian gas again. Big yikes in the energy sector. It's a complete fucking mess.
Doesn't Canada have buku oil?
Well, so do we. Us and Canada are the biggest producers besides Russia, yes, and Saudi Arabia.
You ever met how like there's like a Texas oil man? You ever met a Canadian oil man?
Probably just nicer.
Oh, they're the best, bro. Out there in Saskatchewan. Oh man, a Canadian
the helicopter blew around the air there.
They're the best. Yeah, they're like bizarro rednecks. They're awesome.
Yeah. Well, they have Zelensky real upset with them. And all this combined with COVID and climate change has left Prince Harry, poor Prince Harry, feeling battered and helpless. And here's the viral clip of him pissing and moaning about everything in the world at the UN on Monday, July 18th. In case you missed it, here it is.
Many of us feel battered, helpless, in the face of the seemingly endless stream of disasters and devastation. I understand. This has been a painful year in a painful decade. We're living through a pandemic that continues to ravage communities in every corner of the globe.
It must be tough for him.
Climate change wreaking havoc on our planet, with the most vulnerable suffering most of all.
Oh my God.
The few weaponizing lies and disinformation at the expense of the many.
Also, my wife
and
nags
from
a
the
lot.
horrific war in Ukraine to the rolling back of constitutional rights here in the United States, we are witnessing a global assault on democracy and freedom.
He's been assaulted, Prince Harry.
I call Meghan my little climate change at home. She's always disrupting things.
Kate.
Oh, is that's not? I thought that
No,
was Meghan
Mark
Markle's.
nailed
No,
it.
that's-
Don't question Mark's pop culture in the show.
Come on, that's Meghan Markle's husband. Bro.
Oh, it
He
is?
knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You're right,
wrong
you're right.
Prince.
That's why I was saying
You're
it's a tough decade for him because he lost being a prince.
Right. That's Brexit expert West right there.
Yeah.
He might have.
I didn't know he was still allowed to talk.
He got kicked out of the royal family, Wes.
Yeah, I didn't know he was still allowed to talk.
Nobody wants him, including me. I don't. You don't speak for me as an American, Prince Harry. Taking it to the internet, Rockoff, one of our followers on Instagram, he sums it up nicely. He says, "I haven't listened to the quote royals since July 4th, 1776.
This guy's not a royal anymore, though.
Kindly fuck off, Harry. Hey, just fucking leave
He's
it
one of
alone.
us, man. He defected.
No, he's not. He's not one of us. Fuck him.
He rides a bike just like
to-
Canadian more than anything, isn't he?
he is not
Yeah,
American.
they were there for a little while. They were in Canada for a little while, but I think
Yeah.
he's in LA now.
Yeah.
Somewhere in California.
Handsome
Keep
guy.
your opinions.
I don't know, he's
you
looking
know.
a little Borisy to me as he gets older. He's looking like a little bit of a Boris Johnson type.
I'm
gonna
no,
lose his
I'm no,
hair.
I'm no spring chicken either, Mark. You know.
Yeah.
Dude, Harry is such a loser. Which brings us to
He's a
The cream of the crop.
I mean, he's a loser. Prince Harry's a loser. That's what I mean.
He's losing his Harry.
He's a war veteran.
How
His
much
wife's
clearer I
super
can make it.
hot. He's got a Netflix deal. He renounced
Dude,
the crown.
Marco
That's some
is
pretty
the
cool
worst.
shit.
Those are cool things.
Dude, he's a loser. Okay, which brings us to the cream of the crop. And in the sports world, there's a lot going on right now. American lightweight boxer Ryan Garcia is knocking out former champs in third round with ease. Body shots, pretty amazing. Ukrainian, speaking of Ukraine, heavyweight champ Alexander Usyk is preparing for his rematch on August 20th with the second best British heavyweight, Anthony Joshua. Big stuff in the sports world. I'm considering signing up for an online yoga course because my body is in constant pain from being violently out of shape and fat and, sitting in a chair most of the time. But the biggest news in the sports world today, guys, Leonard Fournette has allegedly showed up to Bucks minicamp at nearly 260 pounds. Now, he's a running back. You guys know who Leonard Fournette is, right?
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's almost like a fullback, though, isn't he?
Playoff Lenny Lombardi. He's a 3-down back. He's a bell cow, meaning he
5'8".
catches the ball. He's 6'6". Maybe
It's like a
he's
4-down back.
running
Then that's great if he's still got the speed.
No.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. But
No way he's still got the speed.
according to this Big J, everybody's mad at
somewhere.
him down in Tampa, right? And I don't really understand why they're mad. Hashtag FatBoySummer is in full effect, and I don't see the issue. But apparently, some are mad at playoff Lenny Mark. Some call him Lombardi Lenny for getting too thick after securing a 3-year deal this offseason with the Bucks. So he had 2 great years on one season deals. Now he's on a 3-year deal. People are saying
He's always been thick. What was his weight when he was a Jaguar? Like 230?
yeah, he's
What
always
year was
listed at
that?
228. He's always
3 or
listed
4
at
years ago.
228.
Yeah, 228. Okay.
Okay,
So
I don't
muscle.
see.
You can get from 260 to 245 in like 3 weeks of training.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
don't
right.
think he's playing at 245? You're crazy.
Yeah.
Also, if you don't want to see 260 plus pound Lenny trucking people at the goal line, Jerome Bettis style, I also don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah, it's like showing up to a sleep study well rested. Like there's a point
Yeah.
to training camp, and it's to
I
get
want
fit.
I want my running back to come in hefty.
You don't want your running back to come in underweight, right? Now, this is all downhill from now. He's going to be hitting linebackers in the chin as he's gaining his speed back and losing a few pounds to get in the shit. It's better to
Right.
start a little bit over as a running back than a little bit under.
Right,
People
mold
are calling
me,
him Eddie
coach.
Lacy.
Yeah.
though.
Mold
Might tell him
me.
to keep
Well,
it.
Eddie Lacy was like 330. Do you have a picture?
They're doing the Eddie Lacy comparisons, but
I mean, he's no fat James
His
Harden.
belly didn't look that bad. In that.
Right, Harden lost the weight quick.
But that's the thing. If you're an athlete, you're going to lose that weight quick.
yeah,
Gotta get
okay.
a fat Eddie Lacy pick.
He's listed at 228, but here he is, guys. Let me put it on mute so I can toss it in. Here he is tossing around 325 around the weight room since this report came out. So this is him since the pictures, just
looks great.
cleaning 325
Yeah.
with ease.
He's just
Look,
like,
he
get
looks
off
good.
me. Get off me.
Right. Yeah, that was pretty easy for him.
Wait,
So to everyone out
people are
there,
mad the way he looks right there.
yeah,
his
people
weight.
are saying he's too fat.
They were
Not,
turned
not, not the way
on.
he looks, but his weight.
Oh,
They're
please.
saying he's too big, Wes, too big to play NFL running back, which he's
He's
been
evolving.
dominant for at the last two regular seasons.
You only need
and-
him for the
and
playoffs,
postseason.
anyways. This is Eddie Lacy, by the way. Don't compare him to Eddie
Right.
Lacy.
Oh,
Obviously, a
wow.
different situation.
Which line did he play on?
Yeah, exactly. He's lined up behind.
He was out of the
quarterback.
league pretty fast.
I mean,
It's
Fat
everybody
Jamarcus Russell gave him a run for his money, right?
Yeah. Well, Jamarcus, I feel like was fat before it. Like he was always fat. He's a kind of a fat player.
True.
So everybody out there hating on Lenny for enjoying his Fat Boy summer break with his little daughter back in Louisiana, mind you, where the food is delicious.
Man, Bucks fans are fucking bitches.
Oh,
Well,
he's
I don't
gonna
even
be
know if
fine.
it's Bucks fans. It's just internet people.
It's-
Wes.
yeah, it's
Some
just-
Bucks fans don't care.
Tom Brady
Bored
is their
NFL
king.
fans.
Okay.
You
It's
think
just
this is
NFL
photoshopped or
fans.
not?
For sure, Photoshop. But if you're out there bitching about playoff Lenny being too fat, I'd like to see you try and tackle the man who is, quote, too fat to run in the NFL. And I bet you'd be wishing he was about 200 pounds lighter.
Yeah, at least 100 pounds. Look, here's the thing: the Bucks don't need him until the playoffs. They're going to make the playoffs. They have a really stacked roster still, and they don't want him hurt.
Yeah, and he's great
during
in
the
the
regular
playoffs.
season. So
His
who
name is
cares
Playoff Lenny.
what he weighs in July?
It's a great point, Mark. And if you do try to tackle playoff Lenny, you're definitely going to need to order from our sponsor, Feels, to help with all the relaxation and pain relief you need after getting physically destroyed by a superior athlete. Feels is a better way to feel better. Premium CBD and strong CBD. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's shipped directly to your door, and it helps to melt stress, pain, and anxiety all away. Whether it's after trying to tackle Lombardi Lenny, or whether you pop a few drops in your cocktail after work to help you just sort of relax a little bit. Feels CBD helps to reduce stress, anxiety, pain, and sleeplessness. Place a few drops of Feels under your tongue and feel the difference within minutes. The thing to remember about CBD is that finding your right dose is important, and everybody's dose is different. Feels can help you with that. Or if you need a dose of chill on the go, pop one of Feels' new CBD infused mints for a clear-headed feeling and a bonus of fresh breath. They've got a dosing hotline to help you get the right level for you if you're doing the tinctures. They have a monthly membership that means you'll never miss the order, and you can cancel anytime with no penalties. Start feeling better with Feels right now. Become a member today by going to Feels, FEALS.com/factor, and you'll get 50% off your first order with free shipping. Huge savings. Okay, that's FEALS.com/factor to become a member and get 50% automatically taken off your first order with free shipping. Feals.com/factor.
Shout out Feels mints. One of the first things that I'm starting to slowly get my sense of taste and smell back, and I found out, other than smelling my shit, one of the first things I tasted the mint.
Beautiful.
Nice.
So I don't know, is it a coincidence or was it Feels? I don't know.
What am I doing down there?
Feels it unlocked it.
I don't even know anymore. That's great, man. Sometimes I'll call that dosage hotline and prank them.
I took too much.
I took too much. I'm kidding. You can't really because it's chill. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, that wasn't good. Guys, I meant to start it. Ladies and gentlemen, do you remember what season it is?
FatBoySummer.
It's FatBoySummer. Yeah, guys, it's a time to celebrate excellence, relaxation, in whatever form your body comes in, right? Highlighted with your shirt being optional and all.
Yes.
Although we have a love-hate relationship with the man I'm about to talk about, I hate to say it, but the richest man in the world, not just in dollars, but also in love from his Roman numeral of children, Elon Musk fully embodied the season by showing off his vanilla fruit roll-up of a body on a yacht in Mykonos off the Isle of Greece on Sunday. And would you boys look at the specimen?
Man,
Drink
look how
it in.
pale he is.
Describe that man.
He's just the palest dude I've ever seen, I think. He's got a farmer's tan, except for his forearms are the palest shade of white possible. But then somehow under the shirt is even paler. You didn't think it was possible.
He's got the body of a 1940s professional wrestler.
Yeah. It's not terrible.
But way paler.
No.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's just chesty.
I'd take it right now. Yeah.
He's chesty.
Oh, for sure.
Right? Yeah.
No, I've seen people posting like the pics of him and Bezos split screen. Bezos is just like more tan. He's not like that much more in shape. Like
Bezos got rich guy jacked.
He did, but he's just, if you look at their bodies, like they're very similar. They're both like kind of short guys that are a little thick, and they're just average sized dudes, basically.
Bezos has a guy injecting him with something.
Oh yeah, he's on steroids.
All chest. that
Younger
guy.
people blood. Yeah, he's got a Boris Johnson thing going on.
Yeah, he's got like that. I'm telling you, that old school like Bruno Sammartino style. Like it's like your chest is pronounced.
Little nipples.
Yeah.
He looks like he's about to fight Rocky Marciano. in a title
Exactly.
fight.
He's
Looks
wearing
like
the
an
old school
pugilist, but
one
very
piece.
pale, an Irish pugilist maybe.
Yeah, put him up. Put up your
Put 'em
dukes.
on.
Yeah.
Put him on.
Swing it up, me.
And he's on a boat. He's on a boat too, Pat, as you mentioned, on the deck. So
He's whiter than the white on that flag.
He
That
can't
thing's
get
like-
tan. He can't get tan.
Put that
he
flag
hates
back on.
boats.
He only burns.
The thing about Elon is he gets reminded once in a while why he should never go on boats, and this is one of those times.
How long do you think he can be out there? 40 minutes?
Yeah, no. Well,
If he's smart.
stick
10.
with me, guys.
Five?
The 51-year-old. He was the guest. He was a guest of super agent and CEO of William Morris Endeavor, Arie Emanuel, and his new 33-year-old bride, fashion designer Sarah Staudinger. So I'm sure that's true love. Here's a fun picture of the inspiration for the Entourage character Ari Gold hosing off the last bit of grime the 51-year-old Tesla CEO had on him. Here you go. Take a look. This is something grown men do, right? just hosing him down like the dirty dog that he is.
Dude, that guy that Ari Gold is based on is in good shape for his age.
Yeah.
He's jacked.
That's Ron Emanuel's brother, one of the most powerful agents in the world, man. Come on.
Look at the chest on Musk. It just sticks so far out.
It's awesome.
Dude,
and
he's got that
dude. He's got that fat upper stomach, like where it's just thick. Like you can tell he probably could be jacked if he wanted to.
Well,
It
he's
looks like a
definitely
condition.
He looks like he's an oversized
Chest
special ed
itis.
kid. No, I don't mean that in a mean way, but like looking at it from here, he looks like that kid that's, he's like slightly remedial and he's too big for his grade.
Yeah,
Right,
if he
but he's
gets
got
his
quite-
mitts on you. You're
You're done.
fucked.
You're
He's
done.
got quite the furnace on him.
Hey, son, you ever think about football?
Yeah, exactly.
You slap that part that's sticking out right below his two kind of saggy titties, and you'll be surprised at how hard.
I mean, that
is.
one guy is like 4 steps up, and he's
Just hosing him down.
Yeah, but I mean, if that guy was on the same level as Elon, it looked like Elon would be 2 feet taller than him.
Yeah, but you'd be much smaller.
Look at the leg.
he's
Look
a
at the
giant.
legs on Elon. Look how pale.
I didn't know he was such a giant.
Well, look, no.
His brother's like 6'8".
Arie Emanuel he's a Hollywood agent, and those guys are some of the smallest guys. They're so
like a jockey.
small. You know that skinny suit that you'd like to wear, but you never will be able to. Those
yeah,
guys
fit into
live
all.
in those skinny suits.
He
bro.
wears smalls.
Smalls, man.
Slim fit with like
Smalls.
the huge tie, the biggest tie possible.
He wears S's. It just has one S on everything he wears.
Small.
Yeah, right.
XS.
Yeah, extra ridiculous.
Anyway, guys, Elon didn't seem the least bit concerned about the $44 billion Twitter deal that he pulled out of and the subsequent lawsuit that they're bringing on his ass. Some are saying it could land him in fairy tale jail if Delaware's Chancery Court decided they wanted to enforce an ancient provision that allows a judge to throw scofflaws.
Let the unicorn decide.
Exactly.
Chancery Court.
He's in big trouble, guys. There's seriously a joke. Contempt of Chancery can end in jail time. So you better watch out, Elon. Instead, guys, his focus was on his host's wife, Sarah Staudinger, who's
As it always is. You can't let that guy over. He's good. I mean, you can't let him over. You know how horny he is.
Pale ass is gonna be all over her.
Oh, he was here for the wedding too, guys. Staudinger's yellow bikini top could barely contain the absolute planets strapped to her chest, and Elon looked like he was ready to go boldly where other rich guys looking for a good time have gone before. Take a look at
He's
that.
He's
actively
tan.
avoiding it. Like he's, yeah. I can't look at you. Otherwise, I would try to impregnate
She's
you.
tan, isn't she?
She is tan.
He's looking with his lazy eye. Will, that's why he's
she
got the glasses on. No, she's 33, Mark. Guys, Twitter on Monday, they filed a reply to Elon Musk's Friday response to the company's lawsuit. Let me put her back up while I'm telling you about Twitter. Company's lawsuit. Twitter said that Musk's request to delay a trial, quote, fails at every level. Chancery Court, adding that Musk's problem with the number of spam accounts on Twitter is actually, quote, a contractually irrelevant sideshow that Musk wants to use to disparage Twitter and prolong this litigation.
Seems to be working though.
Yeah, guys, Musk did not give a shit.
Right. He's inviting the lawsuit.
Let's take it to the internet, guys. At Tesla Economics said, they tweeted a picture of Elon's exploded canister of Pillsbury Crescent Roll body and said, fuck yeah, I got my money behind this man. So many other smart investors at Elon Musk. And Elon popped back and he said, at Tesla Economics, haha, damn, maybe I should take my shirt off more often. Free the nip. Already back in the factory, by the way.
grinding.
Oh, quick trip.
Fucking grind never sleeps, bro. That's Elon. I mean,
That's
Elon.
weird because where is the factory? Because this was like that photo was like taken yesterday afternoon. So I
Yes,
don't
it's probably Fremont. I mean, he's got so many factories.
everywhere.
know. He's in fucking Greece, man.
Well, he's got California. He's got Berlin. He's got Shanghai. He's got
factory's the
Boca
nickname for
Chica.
that
He's
girl
got
he just
Austin. He's
stole
got
from
Reno.
Arie.
Yeah, he's got a factory everywhere.
Back in the factory, if you know what I mean.
Which one is it? You'll
Yeah.
never know.
She's a moaner.
He's the richest man in the world, and I represent Matthew McConaughey. Let's party.
There you go. All right. Well, Elon was on a trip. Do you guys want to go on a trip as well? A couple trips?
Sure.
All right.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Yeah, and look, I hope you packed a dark suit or two, as today's TikTok International Moment is a bad things come in threes. Incredibly dark edition. Thanks to the UK's own Andrew Parker for sending in these fucked up stories. So don't look at me. I'm just reading them.
Is it a triple? Which one's worse?
Yeah, we can absolutely play which one's worse at the end.
Yes.
We absolutely can.
A turkey.
Yeah, it's.
Wait, look at this real quick. There's Elon.
That's Elon, exactly.
Yeah.
An ancient bodybuilder.
Tiny nipples.
Why does he look like the little
Picture
brother
of
from
Elon.
Malcolm in the Middle, but ripped?
Yeah,
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
because that's what he is.
Because he's a Nazi.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
first off,
Good genes.
yes. First off, let's just get right into it. Monkeys in India stole a child from his father's arms and threw him from a third-story roof to his death in front of both of his parents.
Oh my God.
Just going to set the tone for you. They get worse, or at least not better. Nirdesh Upadhyaya, who lives in the village Dunka, which is in the state of Uttar Pradesh, was standing on the terrace of his 3-story house with his wife, enjoying a Friday evening as the sun went down with their 4-month-old baby, when a gang of macaques surrounded them. They got up on the roof and they're like, and like asking for money and asking for like food and snacks and shit. And the parents, didn't have anything for the monkeys, so they tried to swat the monkeys away because they were starting to get attacked. But that was to no avail because you can't swat away 30 macaques. Right. So they then tried to run inside their home. But the father slipped on his way inside and dropped his baby. And that's when one of the monkeys looked at him, grabbed him from the ground, and just tossed him off the roof while staring at the father.
Holy shit.
Is this like a supervillain origin story?
Yeah.
Remember they were doing this.
Okay, I mean, I'm not for like genocides or anything, but I would say
we got to call the monkeys.
I would say in that town you should exterminate all macaques.
Yeah, that's the
Every
rest of
single
your
one.
life, man.
No, you have to go on a killing mission, and I think a lot of people would join in. I think that we got to get them culled in Uttar Pradesh.
And macaques need to be out of that town.
Yeah, you got to kill them until they understand reason.
You got to
Right,
throw
that's-
them off the roof in front of their families.
That's
fight
scorched
fire,
earth.
Fire.
That's
Yeah.
horrible. That's
Remember
okay.
these are the same monkeys that were in India that were killing those dogs by taking them up to high
Yes.
places and throwing them.
All right,
Yes.
get them out of here. I mean,
Should we
They're
call
terrible.
them? Should we call them a balls?
Yeah.
Macaques.
What's next, Mark?
Yeah, so that's not great.
Got that baby by monkey. Okay.
okay, is
Throw it off the
India
roof.
going to do anything or what?
No, the parents cried and they found the baby dead on the scene. No, next up, I'd like you to meet this stunning wedding couple from Iran. That's gorgeous 24-year-old bride Mavash Lagehi and her groom, her man to be. Yeah, the lovely couple got to celebrate their marriage in Firuzabad, Iran, before something really bad happened. A cousin of the groom fired off 2 celebratory shots for the newlyweds, which is sometimes tradition over there to celebrate with gunfire. But he was probably drunk and wasn't controlling the high-powered hunting rifle all too well, as one of the bullets hit 3 people in the wedding party, including the bride directly in the skull. She got shot in the head in front of her husband of minutes by his cousin and was placed in a coma at the hospital, where she died like the next day.
Oh my goodness!
Jeez, Pete.
What are you doing firing off celebration rounds with a hunting rifle?
Right. Too high powered. Yeah. And he
That's
was like,
ridiculous.
he wasn't
It
aiming
went
at
through
Red
3
Reef.
people, right? Yeah, that's ridiculous.
One of the bullets just went through her skull and hit 2 people in like the arm and stuff. Like,
Right.
You know what they do? They take the AK or whatever it is, and they do it in one arm,
Right.
and they can't hold on to it.
And he-
so
and
they,
he- yeah,
and
it's
it
when-
boo, boo.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Wes.
But did you? I mean, like, by the way, 26 years since True Lies came out this week. But in True Lies,
celebratory pop-offs.
right? That made me so nervous thinking about that rain of gunfire coming back down. That's a thing, right? That happens.
Yeah, I
so,
think
really.
bullets can come.
Yeah,
back
well, they can
down.
definitely come back down.
Yeah,
I don't think they kill you though when they come.
it's unlikely that it'll come straight back down unless you have a perfect straight up in the air.
They
shot.
spread out in the air too,
Yeah,
so that
yeah. It happens every once in a while.
So did they have the reception or?
Well, yeah, I think it was on the way to the reception, so they already paid for it. So maybe the cousin ran off, but he was found soon after, still holding the rifle. Silver lining: the victim's family said that the psychology major's organs were donated, and that they have already helped save 3 people. Sort of like the exact opposite of that bullet shot that injured 3 people. It was like the exact
Boy,
opposite. Yeah.
That's bad. I mean, I'm already having trouble deciding which one's worse after 2.
Her family also said that her current employment, she was working as a social worker that specialized in helping drug addicts to recover from addiction. So that's done with. So there's going to be a lot more drug
just a
addicts.
nice human helping the world. Shot
Yeah.
by her cousin.
Shot minutes after her wedding. Okay,
honored.
last one of the bad threesome. Let's stay with weddings, shall we? But let's head over to Pakistan. There was a large wedding party for a wedding near the Indus River on the outskirts of the town of Sadiqabad, and something bad happened again as the large group of people were being transferred to the wedding location via boat, and they were overcrowding the shitty little boats, and one capsized, killing 20 women and children only who drowned.
What? That's probably the worst one.
Rescuers were able to save 90 people, so I guess it could have been worse. All 20 of the deceased were from the same family, same single family. They lost 20 women and children. Police officer Mohammed Hamid said most of the drowned appear to be women because most of the men knew how to swim. So they just don't teach women how to swim over there in Pakistan, and that bites you when a boat capsizes. He also said that the death toll may increase because there's still 30 people missing. So that's going to be 50 dead.
So it'll be at least 50,
Yeah.
That's fucking horrible. That's definitely the worst. Also, isn't this going to change? Like, shouldn't they now in Pakistan probably teach women and children to swim?
This would be the tipping
point. Children,
it's
maybe.
a good case study for it.
Also, you know what I bet contributed is, like, you know, they wear some pretty extravagant dresses at weddings over there. Yeah. Very hard to swim in those things.
Yeah, they might as well be wearing cement shoes.
Right.
The groom was one of the 90 rescued by more than 35 local divers. That's nice. They all came out to help. But they said the bride is probably dead again. So two dead brides, and the bad things come in threes right after their...
Oh, the bride's dead too?
They think so.
The mass death with the bride death, definitely.
She was one of the women on the boat of women.
Right. Okay. I thought it was like aunts and cousins.
Unbelievable.
The bride was on a different boat.
No.
What was your prep time like today, Mark? It's pretty dark.
That's three here. How about this? First of all, which one's worse? You think the drowning?
This is the mass death.
The baby, man.
Okay.
I think the baby monkey getting thrown out the roof is
no way, dude.
I mean, they're all bad.
The mass death, because there was probably babies on that boat.
It says nothing about you as a human picking any of them. That was a pretty horrible threesome. How about a bonus dog happy threesome, since we did a bad threesome, right? Sure. Get a load of Callum and Char Gray and their sex doll D.
Oh, yes. I love
this
that.
One.
Yeah, look at them. They all live happily in, I think, the UK or somewhere. I don't know. I think it's the UK.
They got the same outfit on. The ladies.
It's a couple with a sex doll that looks as much like the girl that they could find.
They call that a throuple, Will.
Good eye, Will. Char said her husband Callum is just way too horny and was always trying to bang, and she just could not keep up with his sex drive. She also said that Callum kept pushing for threesomes with another chick, but that she did not feel comfortable with that. He's like, come on, babe, if you're too tired, let's bring in some fresh legs. You know? Come on.
Worth a shot, right?
It was. So instead, Char
got to make her feel inadequate.
Yeah.
These legs are just days old.
Yeah. So instead, Char spent $1,800 on a semi-realistic sex doll that was specifically designed to look like her, and Callum and her started fucking it.
Do they beat it up too?
Yeah. Yeah, they do everything with it.
Can you make mine with bruises on the eyes?
Oh, she sure does, Will.
Interesting.
And guess what? Now they both have developed feelings for Dee the doll, who they say has saved their sex life and is the best thing that's ever happened to them. They also don't care what anyone thinks because they're happy, and it's the three of them against the world.
Well, sure, it's just a sex toy. I mean, why would you care?
Why do you care what people think, right? Yeah, they also dress the doll up in lingerie and take her out on car rides in lingerie.
Oh, wow. See, this is where it gets weird.
Yeah, and they watch TV with her in between them and take her out to dinners and
she
stuff.
She should just be a fuck toy.
And they also bring the doll out to fuck it on their live OnlyFans streams or videos where they make like $80,000 a month. So this is just a total cash grab. They don't give a shit about the doll. It's just to get people to sign up for their OnlyFans page.
OnlyFans is so hilarious.
What's the username?
Yeah. Exactly. Ho.
And we're gonna need a couple more Patreon subscribers.
Yeah, come on, guys. $80,000 a month, not bad. So there you go. That's a happier one to end on. Andrew Parker sent those in. Blame him.
Thank you.
We have been asked by several listeners when the Hard Factor OnlyFans is going to start.
What do you want? I mean, we'll do it. What do you want?
I mean, I'll do anything.
What are you going to pay?
I look like if I
want to see me in my tight underwear?
I look like a hairier
if you've
Elon
got
Musk.
ideas for the Hard Factor OnlyFans, send them to Wes this week for the high five. I think that would be a good topic.
Absolutely. Send them to me.
Yeah. I'll definitely do feet stuff.
Send them in.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, these feet. You'll never see them. You'll never see them. Is that what you want?
Yeah. How long do you want the hair on my toes? You want a hobbit like?
You cut these toenails?
Yeah.
Because I'll cut them once every
Let us
2
know.
months.
I mean, we could set it up. You know,
I'll set a schedule.
All right, last one of the day, guys. This one is wild. It's wonderful. It's from West Virginia. And you might think to yourself, oh, here we go. West Virginia. Must be an incest story. Well, my friends, like Will said in the beginning, it would be partially right. It is about a brother and a sister, and that brother did fuck his sister.
Okay.
But it's how he fucked his sister is where the story takes a turn from a normal West Virginia brother fucking his sister's story.
It was an accident.
I really hope it's financially.
Yeah, it wasn't in front of an Xbox loading screen in a trailer.
No. Well, maybe it was, but the way he fucked her is not what you're thinking. So over 2 years ago, in June 2020, deputies arrived at the home of Wanda Miller. Here she is. Let me pull her up. I'm way at the top here. There she is. And what they found was Wanda in her Cottageville, West Virginia home. They thought she was dead. They thought she was a dead body. She was savagely beaten. She was hacked up and bludgeoned, left for dead after an attack with what deputies suspect was a machete or a hatchet. An attack so bad it put Wanda in a coma and left these dumb West Virginia cops scratching their heads at who done it. I mean, the real story here, I think, is as you will see, is how fucking stupid these cops are. I hate to disparage cops, but this is just awful police work, as you might find out later. So Jackson County Sheriff Ross Mellinger spoke of the case, saying, when we got there, to be honest, we thought she was dead. We had a little bit of an idea what happened, but the problem was it's the nuts
Didn't
and
notice
bolts.
the breathing at first.
Nuts and bolts of the case. We had nothing to go on. There was no eyewitnesses. Nobody lived in the home. No surveillance footage. No cell phone records. There was virtually nothing there to move forward on. Even though he admitted one eyewitness saw her brother on her porch the night before she was found sitting upright on her couch, hacked to shit.
Big tip.
Is that our outside couch or inside couch?
I believe it was an inside couch. But good question, Pat. And very important. I'm going to let you guys. I'm going to pull the local news story up here and let them tell you the rest of what happened here.
A truly remarkable story here. The victim in this case, 2 years ago, she was beaten and left for dead. Her name, Wanda Palmer, and just a few days ago,
really excited
she woke up from that coma and was able to tell deputies who she said tried to kill her. Her own brother, Daniel Palmer. Now, Daniel Palmer is now charged with attempted murder and malicious wounding. That attack happened in June 2020. Wanda Palmer's neighbors found her the morning of June 6th, covered in blood. Investigators said she was slumped on her couch in the living room, unresponsive. Detectives also said Wanda had been bludgeoned on the head and face with an object that caused severe lacerations. For 2 years, she remained hospitalized, unable to communicate what had happened to her until just a few days ago. Detectives got a call from her healthcare facility in New Martinsville and said that she was finally able to answer questions about the attack. She was only able to utter single words, but she was able to positively identify her attacker as Daniel Palmer, her own brother. The sheriff here tells me that this case is nothing short of miraculous.
Well, from an investigator standpoint, this is about as rare as it gets. And I think it's a true testament to the perseverance and the strength of the victim in itself, and that's really what it's all about, is the victim herself being strong enough to pull through something like this.
Daniel Palmer was so combative that they had to do the arraignment inside the sheriff's office. He was then taken to the hospital for evaluation, where he's likely to then be taken to the South Central Regional Jail. Bond was set at $500,000. Coming up tonight at 6, I have an interview with.
Anyway,
you got to give it to the victim for not dying. That's really what it's about, right? Not dying.
That guy's such
it's really impressive.
The
her brother, did you see what he was doing?
So
he was doing the dead weight thing when the cops were dragging him to the car after he knew he had been caught.
His mugshot, and I'm not being facetious. He looks like whatever Stephen Hawking had in his mugshot.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a mess. Like behind him, it looks like he's in a chair.
Yeah, he's a mess,
dude. He's just like on fucking drugs, man.
Right. So, I mean, you guys heard that there was an eyewitness that said her brother was there the night before, but the cops couldn't put this together for 2 years until finally she woke up and was like, "Yeah, obviously my brother did it." Have you seen him?
I'll do the job for you.
Yeah. Have you seen him? It was my brother. He's crazy.
Did they like not question him with like all the blood and like bruises on his hands?
Yeah, there's no way he cleaned up after that.
There was a moment, Wes. There was a moment during that story with that file photo of the man that I thought that was the woman. To be honest with you, because you said she was in a coma, and that guy. Right. I mean, like, what is that? What's going on there?
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Yeah, he's an
mental
addict.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he's literally.
He's 55.
He's got 55. He was banging his sister and then beating her nearly to death.
He wasn't banging his sister.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe raping her. I don't know about.
He could have easily like done something like Mark said and then tried to kill her to keep her quiet. But the sheriff was very proud that he finally cracked the case, saying after 2 years of being hospitalized in a coma resulting from being attacked, left for dead, Wanda Palmer is now awake and to see her assailant in custody, her brother Daniel. Daniel was charged with attempted murder, malicious wounding, and continued prayers for the victims, please. But I mean, this is just terrible police work in my opinion.
The sheriff's like, oh, I'm so glad you woke up. I didn't think we were going to solve a case this year.
Right. Yeah.
Right. It's our first one in years.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've been playing.
That's how it's done.
You know, the boys and I have been playing the same game of Clue, the board game, for a couple of years now. I think
it might have been Mr. Plum. I'm not sure.
He's the only one that was there, and he's crazy.
You see any candlesticks in here, boys?
He didn't want to talk to us.
He got weird and we're gonna over there. Idiots.
Man.
That's what it's all about, not dying. I really got to give it to her.
Yeah.
It is
Hopefully
cool
she
for
gets
her,
better.
though.
Yeah.
That's
2 years in a coma.
Yeah. Well, and to be able to accuse somebody right after you wake up, that means that she's probably going to recover because she
Imagine how well rested she must feel.
Well, that's probably good. Sadly, I mean, she's gonna have to obviously learn her muscles again, but it's probably good for her severe injuries that she got to sleep some of that off and be treated by nurses and people. The wounds healed. 100%. She's gonna have to relearn how to move muscles and all that crap. But like, she would have been in a lot more pain if she had not gone into a coma. Probably.
Fucking family member doing that to you? That's insane.
How long is the pee after a coma? Over under 3 minutes.
Well,
5
you've
minutes.
They have a catheter in there.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't ever.
Still building up.
Yeah.
Big reserve.
True.
Long.
How yellow is it? Is the question.
120 seconds.
Oh, it's brown, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you're pooping out the front, you know.
Anyway, that's that. You want to get the wheel up?
Good show.
Yeah.
So dark today.
The news is dark.
It's Tuesday, man. It's Tuesday. Wednesday's tomorrow.
I mean, it wasn't all dark. We just talked about fat guys for the first half.
That's true.
Really
That was fun.
In fact,
And the sex doll thing was great.
It's Terrible Tuesday.
And okay, here we go. Everybody on the show tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know
Cup
it.
of coffee in the big time.
Yes, sir.
That's me.
Mark.
I'll try to
we go.
bring something light to it.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully
I'll try.
we can't really control it completely, but
No.
Stay away from that Andrew Parker. I don't.
Pat.
I don't like his
he's gonna send
influence.
There you go, Pat.
you'll have to follow your own.
You can
advice.
send him
Dr.
Andrew
National
Parker,
Moment.
but
I love him.
no, he's
Yeah,
good.
thank you, Andrew.
Good guy.
Yeah, good stories.
All right, and that's going to do it for today. Hey, patreon.com/hardfactor. There's some talks. We're going to switch some things around in there. Get in there. If you already are a patron, get in there. Get in the Discord. Check it out. But yeah, we might have some new announcements. But FatBoySummer merch still in the store.hardfactor.com. Please support the show that way, any way you can. We love you, and we hope you have a great fucking day.